Okay, what is narrative structure? We can say the order in which events are presented in a short story or placement of key events in a short story are known as the narrative structure. So the events and the order in which the events are placed in a story that gives us a narrative structure, a structure of a narrative or structure of a short story. So most story will follow the basic structure. Most of the writers have followed the same basic structure most of the time. And usually we start with an orientation or equilibrium where the characters leading a normal everyday life. So when you say equilibrium, that is everything in order according to the rules of the society, according to the rules of the life and laws of the life. Life is going on smoothly as it could continue like this forever. However, this is interrupted when we get a trigger. The trigger is something that creates tension in the story. It is the problem that pushes the story to move forward. And at the same time, it turns the equilibrium to disequilibrium, or it disrupts the normal way of living. And in major part of the story, life is not in order. That means there is something wrong, and this is series of events that comes up portrays that something is not in order. The problem or conflict drives the character to solve it and bring the order back to life in the story. And that's why we need series of events. So series of events shows how the main character or the characters coming fighting to bring the order back to life. Life represented, life shown in the picture, in the story. But they fail to solve the problem until the climax is reached. The climax is the highest point of dramatic tension. The events lead to the dramatic event when the problem is solved, and therefore resolution is reached and problem is solved at this point in the climax. The new scenario doesn't really be the same as the beginning. That means the new life that brings it, the new orderly life, also according to the rules of the society, this life does not really be the same as the beginning, the one we have seen at the orientation stage. But it will bring normal life and the society will continue to live in order. So now, if you look at the story of Mystery of Mrs. Smith, The Mystery of Mrs. Smith, the character, she's in her last days, living by herself with her pet, Mavis, watching television and reading newspaper and spending her life. But problem starts when John, the pepper boy, finds that there is something unusual in Mrs. Smith's life. So the conflict is here. The problem is here that she is not collecting her newspapers and they're piling up. So John finds that there must be something wrong with her, and this concern leads John to solve the mystery about Mrs. Smith, why she's not coming out, why she's not taking her paper in and reading, or she's not responding. To find what actually went wrong with her, so he starts to find out. And on the first stage, he knocked on the door, but there is no response from inside. So then he realized, and the door is locked. Then he realized that Mrs. Smith keeps one copy of keys under the doormat. So you see, then the story moves. This is how he starts moving to solve the problem, to find out the mystery, to solve the mystery, and to find out what actually happened to Mrs. Smith. And the story moves to climax and resolution. And what happens? Finally, he discovers that Mrs. Smith is sitting dead in front of television. Her cheek has been partially taken off by somebody. He fainted, and the cop rescues and brings him to the reality. The problem is solved. The cops inform him and the readers that she was dead for quite a few days, for quite some time. And since the poor elderly lady has no one to take care of her, she sat there dead. The mystery has been solved. Life is normal again. So we come to the last part of the narrative, that is resolution and conclusion. And then life moves on. So this is basically the structure of a short story or a narrative. So you start from the orientation, then the complication, the problem starts, then rising action, that is that through series of events we reach the climax, and then the falling action and the resolution. Remember, this is the structural points of a narrative. Thank you.